And while they're setting up, just so that you know, because I knew that this group was going to be doing some film, they knew about it before they went on field work. None of the other groups knew what they were going to be doing, creative or not, before they went on field work, except for these ones. Because film it looks great, but it takes more. And it takes a bit more preparation. So these ones, in a way, had a longer time to begin thinking, and when they were out, they were also filming.
Okay. Before we show the film, we will give no further introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, we are the member of the group. So just lean back and enjoy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Science for Dummies, and our special guest this evening, biology student Bjorn Anderson, to talk about his project. Good evening, Bjorn.
Well, this project is very exciting. Could you tell the folks at home kind of what it's all about, what you're doing, what you didn't do?
Well, at the University of Bergen, we have been given a project by the municipality of Bergen. Our group has the task to go to a lake, a local lake called Frotveitvannet. And there we're gonna conduct some tests to test the water quality. We take water samples, we test for biodiversity, conductivity, pH, phosphorus level, E. coli levels.
Okay, so the only thing I've heard of that, pH kind of sort of, E. coli kind of sort of also. So what we did in the show is we sent a camera team a little bit around the streets just to interview the common people, the layman, the laywoman, see what they thought about this and what they know. So let's roll the clip.
Hi, what is E. coli?
I think it's a bacteria.
Criminal?
Candy or something? I like candy.
Where does it come from?
A prison, I guess.
Candy store, maybe?
I think it comes from the earth.
How can E. coli affect humans?
Well, candy can make you fat, you know.
Humans will shit a lot.
Where can you find phosphorus?
The what?
Is that some new lipstick brand?
What happens if the phosphorus levels are high?
I don't know, man.
Then I would arrest the one who made it.
What is biodiversity?
Diversity of bio...
Why is it important?
So it's, I guess it's good for the society and the safety of people.
Is it important to have many species of mosquito?
Hell no.
No, no, no.
I hate mosquitoes.
What is pH?
No?
Yeah, that's the Brazilian player, right?
Police headquarters.
How can extreme pH values in the lake affect the flora and fauna?
No, it shouldn't be in a lake.
Things living in water will die.
I have a friend called Flora. Do you mean her? Do you know her?
What is the difference between fresh water and seawater?
I guess the taste.
Seawater is salty, right?
That's pretty much what people seem to know about what you do.
Yeah, it seems so. It shows that the general public don't know that much about this stuff. What we do is to try to educate the general public a bit.
The first thing they asked about there was the E. coli. Now, could you explain what E. coli is, what it does, why we need to measure it?
It's a bacteria. We have it in our gut. Some strain of the E. coli can be pathogenic, so
Okay, well,
that's hurtful.
pathogenic, meaning?
Hurtful to you. And E. coli is also an indicator of fecal pollution.
So what did the results yield? Is there lots of poo in this lake, to put it bluntly?
No, it's
No.
not. The results are quite good. There are some E. coli. Yeah, there will always be something because, of course, around this lake there is animals and there are some horses and sheep and everything, and there are runoffs in the lake. So there will always be some E. coli, but the levels this year was quite good, quite low. If there are a lot of E. coli in the lake, that means that there will be a lot of sewage that will be released into the lake.
That means that E. coli levels go up,
Yeah,
and then maybe the water's not drinkable.
not just to drink, but also to swim in.
If the levels get too high, it's not even safe to go bathe.
Yeah,
Okay.
bathe or fish or...
Or anything, wow. Okay, so they also talked about PH, which I guess is not a football player, right?
Not a football player.
So if it's a high level, that means it's very acidic.
No, it's the other way
The
around.
other way around. So if it's low level, it's acidic. What's the consequences for the lake?
Yeah, if the pH values are really high or really low, that means that fewer animals can live there.
You measuring phosphorus levels? I mean, phosphorus, is that an element or something?
Yeah, that's correct. Phosphorus is an element that all living things depends on. So
I depend on phosphorus.
yes,
Oh, right, okay.
yeah. You need the phosphorus for your DNA. You can look at phosphorus as a nutrient.
Mhm.
So if there are a lot of phosphorus, you will get what's called eutrophication of a lake, kind of overgrowth, and that could result in all the fish die, and
But too much is too much algae, too little is no algae, and then no life.
basically.
How can humans have an influence or an effect on the phosphorus level?
Well, around this lake there are many cabins and also houses and farms. So they have to do something with the wastewater before it's released out to nature. Wastewater treatment plants has to remove at least 90% of the phosphorus.
Conductivity. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand this. Could you run me by it?
The conductivity is a measure of how well the water leads electricity.
Water conducts electricity.
If it's salts and minerals in it, the
Okay.
salinity levels are 0.
Right, okay.
But the conductivity levels are about 20 to 30. So the water still leads electricity.
Okay, very well. You went there in September.
September, yes.
Okay, and the temperature was?
About 10 degrees Celsius.
And biodiversity, now I think I understand it's like bio is in biology, flora, fauna, and then diversity is in how many different things there are. Pretty much.
That's correct.
Okay.
Very good.
So what exactly did you find about the biodiversity in this lake? Is there loads of different stuff? Is it kind of cosmopolitan lake, or is it a bit more segregated?
Well,
So, as the different competitors from the different countries are lining up and getting ready to prepare themselves for the competition, let's just have a look at what they will actually be looking for, which will get the judges' attention.
First of all, they will be looking for Megaloptera, a type of large winged fly, and they'll be looking for Coloptera, a type of beetle, Trichoptera, a type of caddis flies, very important, Oligochaeta, a type of worm, Gladocera, a type of water fly, Plecoptera, a type of stonefly, Diptera, a true fly. They're also looking for Cupopoda, small crustaceans, Cyclopodia, a subclass of Cupopoda, looking for Ephemeroptera, mayflies, and last but not least, Tubellaria, which are a group of flatworms. And they're off, as of course tradition, site one to start. Ooh, not impressive, but still a good number of Oligochaeta, which isn't too bad. And what looks like a total of 3 tags, and here are the numbers, and it's a total score of 4.7 for that candidate. Not a bad score, respectable to start off with. On to site 2, and there we have it. An impressive haul from this contestant with at least 7 or 8 different taxons here. I can see lots of Diptera and at least 8 different Coloptera, and they must fancy their chance of score of 5.2. Here comes candidate 6. Can they challenge 2's lead? Off they go, and that is abysmal. Just 2 Cupopoda and 2 Diptera. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. They cannot possibly stand a chance. They must be taking the long, shameful walk home very soon. So far number 2 is ahead, but can 7 challenge their lead? On to site 7, the last contestant, and they're off. And it's amazing, and it's huge. It's varies a massive amount of taxons. So could this be our winner? Here come the numbers. Yes, they've done it. A tremendous score there, 6.48, as the candidates line up to get their medals. Site 7 with the gold medal, Site 2 with the silver medal, Site 1 with the bronze medal, and last of all, Site 6. To the contestants there to see how they feel about those results.
What do you think of the sites that you choose this year?
Die hatte noch niemand vorher ausgewählt und deswegen wussten wir überhaupt nicht, mich da jetzt erwartet. Und ich bin aber froh, dass ich das trotzdem gemacht habe, denn offensichtlich wurde meine Abenteuerlust belohnt. You're not content with the scoring system they used this year? Nem egyáltalán nem vagyok vele elégedett. Úgy gondolom, hogy sokkal korrektebb lenne, hogyha nagyobb súllyal vennék tekintetve azt, hogy hány egyedet fog az adott játékos, mert ez igenis számít. Tredjeplass, är du förnöjd med resultatet?
Absolutt ikke. Hvordan kan man være fornøyd med tredjeplass? Nei, jeg er rett og slett skuffet over meg selv i dag. Jeg hadde mange individer, men jeg hadde mye oligoseter, så hadde jeg mye diptere, og så hadde jeg mye trikoptere. Så det er ikke min feil når det kommer mennesker og driter på lokaliteten min. You finished last. Exactly how disappointed are you right now?
I'm not really that disappointed actually, because I didn't expect to win. You know, as a British person, I'm used to not always coming out on top. You know, and I'm really displeased that I finished. You know, I got 2 taxons, which you know is better than no taxons at all.
in this lake there are many types of different organisms. That means high biodiversity. Then you can say, oh, that probably means that the water quality of this lake is good. The biodiversity was better now than it was last year.
I mean, why do we need 50 different types of mosquito?
To maintain the ecosystem as it is, because if you take away some species, then other species will suffer and may die, and then the species will eat them again, then they will die, and at the top of the food chain maybe there's the trout or you.
And now, time for a word from Worst Case Scenario Guy.
Biodiversity is down, pH is messed up.
Less creatures survive. What else is messing up the environment? Humans!
Everything we touch turns to waste. But hey, we recycle and we pat ourselves on the back.
While the temperature rises, species die out every day, and the amount of fresh drinkable water decreases.
And guess what? There's 7 billion of us. Oh, one more lake bites the dust. Boo-hoo, nobody cares.
And the lack of concern will only make it worse.
But this is on a global scale and it won't stop. It can't stop. So you can just hang around and wait for
all of the water to fill with deadly bacteria and watch your family die of dysentery.
Or you can cut your losses today and just shoot yourself.
Just drop dead.
It's up to you.
Yeah, that's just about the chef guy is. Thanks, Worst Case Scenario Guy. See you next week.
Yeah, it doesn't work quite that way.
Okay, so we've got very little time left now. Would you like to be able to sum up?
Well, the water quality of the lake has improved from last year, and one of the reasons that it has been better, we think, is that the water quality of the inlet river has been much better than last year. We originally thought that the closing up of the outdoor toilet was the reason for the improvement, but as it turned out, that wasn't the case. We don't know what's caused the improvement of the river, but that is something to be considered for next year's surveys. And our recommendations to the Bergen municipality is to continue to keep an eye on this water in the years to come. That's important. But we can say that it has been better.
Brilliant. That's about all we've got time for tonight. Thanks very much, Bjornsson. And give a round of applause in general, and we'll see you next week.